Let's start with the part that's honestly disappointing for a lot of people, because there's no way around it. The DJI Pocket 4 is expected to use the same core camera sensor as the Pocket 3. Same resolution, same imaging foundation, and largely the same camera hardware overall. For anyone who is hopping for a bigger sensor, noticeably better low-light performance, or a dramatic jump in raw image quality, this is a tough pill to swallow. When a new pocket camera is rumored, expectations always explode. People imagine DJI pulling off some kind of magic trick, squeezing a much larger sensor into the same tiny body, or introducing some wild new imaging tech that instantly resets what a pocket-sized camera can do. But right out of the gate, this sensor decision tells us that the Pocket 4 isn't designed to be a jaw-dropping camera revolution, and that realization sets the tone for everything else we're hearing about it. That sense of familiarity is what's making a lot of early reactions feel mixed. On paper, when you hear new DJI Pocket, you instinctively expect something that makes you pause and think, okay, that's impressive. Bigger sensor, radically improved dynamic range, maybe some unexpected computational photography tricks that put smartphones to shame. But as more details about the Pocket 4 surface, it's becoming clear that DJI isn't chasing that kind of headline-grabbing upgrade this time. Instead, the Pocket 4 feels deliberately restrained, almost conservative. It looks and feels like a continuation of what already exists rather than a bold step into something new. For fans who were counting the days for a massive leap forward, that can feel underwhelming, even if the product itself ends up being very good. That familiarity, though, doesn't seem accidental. DJI appears to be making a very conscious strategic shift with this generation. Rather than trying to build one pocket camera that satisfies everyone, they're splitting the lineup into two clearly defined models, the Pocket 4 and the Pocket 4 Pro. Once you understand that decision, a lot of the confusion around leaks, delays, and contradictory rumors suddenly starts to make sense. The standard Pocket 4 is shaping up to be a refinement-focused update, not a reinvention. DJI isn't trying to impress spec sheet warriors with flashy numbers here. Instead, the goal seems to be polishing the experience people already like and rely on, smoothing out rough edges, and making the device more dependable in everyday use. In practical terms, that means improvements you won't necessarily notice in a 5-minute spec comparison, but that matter a lot over weeks or months of real-world use. Expect better battery life, more efficient power management, and longer recording sessions without the constant anxiety of overheating or sudden shutdowns. Performance should feel smoother overall, with faster startup times, more responsive controls, and fewer hiccups during long takes. These are the kinds of upgrades that don't make for viral headlines, but quietly improve the user experience in ways that are hard to give up once you've had them. DJI has always been good at this kind of refinement, and the Pocket 4 looks like another example of that philosophy in action. Even with the same sensor, there's still room for DJI to squeeze out better results. Software tuning alone can make a noticeable difference, especially when it comes to color science, noise reduction, and dynamic range handling. DJI's image processing has steadily improved over the years, and incremental gains here could make Pocket 4 footage look cleaner, more consistent, and more natural straight out of the camera. There's also the possibility of small optical tweaks, such as subtle changes to the aperture or focal length, which could slightly improve low-light performance or alter the field of view in a way that feels more versatile for vlogging and travel shots. One rumored hardware change that could significantly improve usability is a redesigned touchscreen interface. A larger display paired with a dial-style control system could replace the joystick-based controls of the Pocket 3. That might sound minor, but in practice it could make a big difference. Faster, more precise adjustments to exposure, focus modes, or camera settings would make the Pocket 4 feel more like a serious tool and less like a tiny gadget you're constantly fumbling with. For creators who use these cameras on the move, those small ergonomic improvements can add up to a much smoother shooting experience. Interestingly, one of the most talked about details from the recent leaks has nothing to do with camera specs at all. In one of the images, a coffee cup clearly shows Luckin Coffee branding, which is a massive Chinese coffee chain with more than 10,000 locations across China. That small detail strongly suggests the photo was taken in China, and more specifically, likely in Shenzhen. DJI's Sky City headquarters is located there, and there are reports of a Luckin coffee store conveniently close to the building. It's entirely plausible that the image was captured during internal testing or even just a casual coffee break near DJI HQ. Details like this don't confirm specs, but they do add credibility to the leak and suggest the device is well into late-stage development. So the big question becomes, should you wait for the DJI Osmo Pocket 4? At this point, the answer is yes, especially if you're already considering a pocket-style camera. The device has reportedly received FCC approval, which is a major milestone and strongly indicates that a US launch is approaching. Rumors point to an official announcement sometime between mid-March and April 2026. While there are still conflicting reports about certain features, one thing is clear. The Pocket 4 will be a meaningful upgrade over the Pocket 3, even if it's not a revolutionary one. If some of the rumored features become official, such as higher frame rate 4K video or even a basic dual camera setup, waiting will likely be worth it. DJI has a strong track record of extracting better performance from familiar hardware, and the Pocket line has always benefited from clever engineering and software optimization. Still, it's important to manage expectations. Even with these tweaks, the Pocket 4 is shaping up to be an evolution rather than a wow moment. It's the kind of camera you appreciate more the longer you use it, not the kind that blows your mind the first time you see a spec list. This is where the Pocket 4 Pro completely changes the conversation. Almost all of the real excitement seems to be reserved for the Pro model, and that's not by accident. Rumors strongly suggest a dual camera setup for the Pocket 4 Pro, which immediately signals where DJI is concentrating its innovation. The Pro version is clearly being positioned as the creative, feature-packed option aimed at filmmakers, vloggers, and serious content creators who want more control and flexibility from a tiny device. This is where we're likely to see more ambitious features, more advanced shooting modes, and perhaps even a noticeable jump in overall image quality. From a strategic standpoint, this split makes a lot of sense. DJI isn't avoiding innovation, they're just focusing it where it will matter most to their core creative audience. By keeping the standard Pocket 4 simpler and more affordable, DJI can appeal to users who want a reliable, grab-and-go camera for travel, family videos, or casual content creation. At the same time, the Pocket 4 Pro can justify a higher price by offering advanced tools and creative freedom that more demanding users are willing to pay for. Separating the lineup this way keeps each product more focused, but it also comes with risks. One of those risks is frustration from users who want something in between. There will inevitably be people who feel the standard Pocket 4 is too limited, but who also don't want to pay the premium for the Pro model. That middle ground can be a tricky space, and it's where disappointment often creeps in. For those users, the Pocket 4 might feel like DJI is holding back features intentionally, even if that's not entirely fair. It's a delicate balancing act, and how people react will depend heavily on pricing and how big the feature gap between the two models ends up being. In the end, the DJI Pocket 4 looks safe, polished, and practical. It's a camera designed to refine an already successful formula rather than rewrite it. For some people, that approach will feel smart and sensible, especially if they value reliability, battery life, and ease of use over raw innovation. For others, it will feel disappointing, particularly if they were hoping for a dramatic leap forward that redefines what a pocket-sized camera can do. Ultimately, whether the Pocket 4 excites you or leaves you cold depends entirely on what you expected and which version of the Pocket DJI thinks you're meant to buy.